Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in this video I will be doing my predictions for WWE Night of Champions. So first off, we've got Rhea Ripley defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Natalya. For me, this is an easy prediction. Rhea Ripley's winning this match, hands down. If anything, I'd want it to be a squash, but anything involving Natalya I find incredibly boring and tedious. The last match I remember on pay-per-view for Natalya was her match with Ronda Rousey, which I would argue was the worst match of last year. So I'm really not looking forward to this one that much. It's had practically no build, and it feels very thrown together. And yeah, it's just another defense for Rhea, I think. And she'll probably have something more challenging come Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. But for me, Rhea Ripley 100% to win this one, no argument at all. Next up, we have Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against Mustafa Ali. For me, another one easy to predict. Gunther is 100% retaining here. I can't see Ali being the first person to beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship in like 200 days. I think the person who wins is going to have a bigger bill, pretty much. I would have had maybe Drew McIntyre do it. I personally want Sheamus to do it. I think Sheamus fully deserves the Grand Slam, and I 100% want him to do it, and I'm hoping they're going to do it Money in the Bank. But I also think that they won't, because it's WWE and stuff. You all know how it is. But yeah, for me, they keep doing this thing with Mustafa Ali where like no one believes in him. They're right completely. Like, it's right. No one believes he's going to win because he's not going to win. It's as simple as that, really. And just like Rhea, 100%, no argument, Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship. Next up, we have Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. Even though Asuka's now turned heel, which I think she should have done before WrestleMania, I can't see Bianca Belair winning the title. Can't see Bianca Belair losing the title. To Asuka at this point. I think that they're gonna have again another build-up for somebody to take the title from Bianca Belair, or they may do a Becky Lynch from SummerSlam and have Asuka squash her, but I can't see them doing that. So yeah, I think it's just Bianca Belair to retain. Again, a quick prediction because it's so easy to predict in my opinion. This whole show's quite easy to predict in my opinion. But yeah, for this one, Bianca Belair retains the Raw Women's Championship 100%. Following that, we have Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. For me, I'm not sure on this one. My first instinct is to have Trish win and kind of have the heel win, and then have Becky have the more babyface win at probably SummerSlam. We all know that Saudi Arabia like their legends coming back, so it makes sense that this match would happen here as Trish is a legend, and they're kind of promoting more women's matches. The fact that there's 3 women's matches on the show is a good sign that they're going the right way. I think it's just a case now of seeing if they can show more skin. I think like the suits that they wear is better than the t-shirts they used to wear over, but it's still not great. But yeah, I think it's going to be a decent match. I think they might hold back a little bit and save the great match for SummerSlam. And yeah, I think, again, pretty straightforward prediction in my opinion, that Trish is going to get the win over Becky here, then maybe go away for a bit. Becky might go into Money in the Bank, and then Trish will come back for SummerSlam, which might be a retirement match maybe, I'm not sure. But then she said the Charlotte match was a retirement match, and here she is again. But no one really retires in wrestling, as we know, probably. But yeah, I think this should be a decent match. As I said, I've got a feeling they might hold back a little bit and save the big match for SummerSlam. But Trish Stratus to get the win here. Following that, we have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defending the Undisputed Tag Team Championships in Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that they're gonna have Roman and Solo go for the titles until they announced it, and then it made perfect sense. For me, it's quite simple. You don't bet against the Bloodline. I've continuously, and the only time I didn't predict for the Bloodline, Roman won WrestleMania, so I'm sticking with the Bloodline to win here. Roman to go into his championship celebration next Friday as Undisputed Tag Team Champions and WWE Universal Champion. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a belt collection for Roman Reigns, and I'm hoping that'll mean that they split the tag team titles up or something like that. I'm kind of hoping that Roman takes them and then vacates them, because he's not a tag team guy and made that perfectly clear on last week's SmackDown, or 2 weeks ago. So I'm hoping this is where the tag team titles get split, hopefully. and we get World and WWE Tag Team Champions instead of Raw and SmackDown Tag Team. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good match. A lot of people think that Sami might get the pin over Roman here, and I can see that happening as well, but for me, you never bet against the Bloodline, and that's why I'm sticking new Tag Team Champions at Night of Champions. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. I'm surprised they haven't added a stipulation to this one. With Cody's broken arm, I thought they might go unsanctioned in this one, but then at the same time, AEW are doing an unsanctioned match the night after a Double or Nothing, so maybe they're holding back on that, or they're just not doing it because of that, which I think that's silly. You know, it makes sense for this to be an unsanctioned match because of Cody's broken arm. He can sign whole harmless agreement, and then they can just absolutely batter each other. For me, I think Brock Lesnar's going to win here, and we're going to go to a best of three series with these two, with Cody getting the win at Backlash, Brock getting the win here, and then there being a rubber match, at SummerSlam. That might have a stipulation. I'd probably put that in like a steel cage or something, maybe Hell in a Cell, something really cool like that would be really good for these two. A lot of people have been saying having a fight pit and having Daniel Cormier come and ref it again. I think that'd be really good. But for me, I want Brock to win this one because I really don't want Cody to be able to get a win over Brock Lesnar with a broken arm. I feel like that's incredibly unrealistic, and I don't think it'd sit well with most of the fans. It certainly wouldn't sit well with me. But yeah, I feel like if they can have Brock Lesnar kind of dominate Cody here, similar to Brock and Cena at SummerSlam, rather than have Cody go over and out be similar to Cena and Brock at Extreme Rules. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good match. It was a decent match for the most part at Backlash. I enjoyed it anyway. But anything like that again, but with Brock getting the win, I would be very happy. And finally, what I assume will be the main event to crown the new World Heavyweight Champion, we have Seth Rollins taking on AJ Styles. I will be shocked if this is not match of the night. I'm hoping this gets a good amount of time and these two can really just let loose and show how good they are. In my opinion, Saudi Arabia does not deserve this match at all. They won't appreciate it like the UK fans or even the US fans will, because they don't seem to make much noise to the Saudi Arabia fans unless it's for like people that we don't like, or people. I don't like. Like Mansoor, or like just legends that don't need to be there, like Goldberg. And yeah, for me, I think it's gonna be a really good match. I really hope it is anyway. And no one is more deserving than Seth Rollins to win this match. And here's my prediction. I've got Seth Rollins to take the title here. He 100% deserves it. I don't think there's anyone else on the roster that deserves the world title. The amount he's done, putting Cody over so much last year, putting Riddle over last year, and this year, having great matches, even with Omos, which I thought was impossible to put a good match on with Omos, but he did it. And yeah, I'm going to be so happy when he gets crowned the new world champion. And I would feel the same both ways, but they haven't said that AJ Styles will get moved to Raw if he wins the match, which makes me worry that there'll still be 3 world championships on SmackDown instead of saying that AJ Styles wins, and if he does, him and the OC come with him to Raw, which I'd much rather prefer if he was on Raw. But yeah, I think, as I said, I'm hoping it's going to be match of the night. I'm looking forward to it. I really hope it's main event as well. And for me, Seth Rollins will be the new World Heavyweight Champion by the end of the weekend. So those are my predictions for WWE Night of Champions. Do comment down below who you think is going to win the matches and what your match of the night is going to be. As you can see in the corner here, I have 21 out of 30 predictions right so far this year. Hoping to make that 28 out of 37. I think about that then. And also comment on feedback, anything I could improve, anything you're enjoying about the channel, please do let me know. I'm hoping to bring out a little bit more content based around Money in the Bank and SummerSlam, putting what my favourite pay-per-views have been over the years, or at least between 2000 and now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.